Welcome back everybody, I'm Wrath, and we're going to go part 3 of our tutorial systems on Hellion with alpha version 0.1.7. So today we're going to be doing navigation and getting around in your system. So for this, in our earlier episodes, in order to save resources, we shut off our reactor. And it's important to remember to turn this back on and turn it off when you don't need it. So we're going to go ahead and fire this up. Actually, I don't think we're going to need that. We're going to shut that down again because we're actually producing enough power right now from the 3 solar panels, the 2 on our ship and the 1 that we're towing, that we're generating enough power that we should be able to run the FTL without a problem. So let's go fire up our FTL drive and see. We're going to go turn it on and then check to see how it's affecting our power. So we're going to power that up. We'll wait for the light to turn green. And the light is green. Okay. So we're going to get back out of the control seat. And we're going to go look and see how that has affected our power. Whether or not our cap is stable is going to be the question. Alright. So our cap is stable, so we're good. Now you can only get away with this when you're closer to the sun. Once you get out towards like Bether and stuff, this method won't work because you're too far away to get enough sunlight to provide the level of power that we're getting. So we're going to go ahead and access our nav system now that our FTL is powered up. And we're going to go ahead and we're around Aether, and so we're going to do our information from here. So this is your navigation window. It allows you to see everything that's going on around you. Now, right now, what you're seeing is these are the various modules and stuff that I just finished with. The 2 derelicts, my ship, the ship I'm towing, and the module that we've abandoned. You can also see the various asteroids that are around Ogarat, which is the moon that we're currently orbiting. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find another ship or some modules to raid for additional supplies. But as you can see, there's nothing around. Well, that's not entirely true. What we're going to do is we're going to run a scan up here, and it takes a few moments for this to return, but you're going to see a whole lot of information come back. We're going to get like a big blob, and you'll see it right there. So a couple of different things have happened. One, we've just picked up a bunch of signatures, and it's almost impossible to see. So we're going to double click on this to realign to our home station here, which we're towing, but you'll see that it just shifted those so that now we have these clouds. Alright, these clouds are ships and stuff that we can't identify, or modules, or something. Alright, but we can't get a lock onto it because it's either too far or we're not getting a good return or whatever. These red X's, if I remember correctly, these are unmanned or abandoned modules or ships from other players that have been actually abandoned and may actually get removed at some point. So those are good for like salvaging. And then these other ones are other modules and or ships. Ooh, that's got to be somebody's base. 7 near objects? Let's go take a look. That looks like it's worth raiding. So we're going to go ahead and target that. And you just right click on it and say warp. Choose warp. And you get this menu selector. This is how soon you leave. Alright, so it's your departure time from right now. And this is the arrival time, which includes this time here. Alright? But it's saying too high. Acceleration is too high. Your warp moves at a set speed, and if your travel time is too long, then you're gonna miss your target, basically. So it's saying your set warp time is too high, so bring it down. So now we're just clicking on this with our left mouse button and dragging it down. And we're going to keep dragging it down until it gets close to, and you can see the actual indicator is moving. Alright, so now it's saying, okay, and now it says it's too low. So we're going to miss it in the other direction. We're going to fall short. So we're going to go ahead and put it right there. And now we need to select our fuel cell that we're going to use and hit initialize. And then you tab out, and now you'll see a red indicator on the left and a timer. The timer is when you go, and the indicator tells you where you have to point your ship to be lined up to make the warp jump. Alright, so we're going to put our ship right in. Oh, come on. It'll turn green when you're in the right spot. Usually it's below it, like right there. So usually aim for the bottom of the M is... Ah! Dang it. Come on. Get into position. There we go. Alright. We're locked in, and once the timer at the top there reaches 5 seconds, you'll be given a prompt to verify that you're going to warp. So 6, 5, and there it goes. And so we hit the left mouse button to verify that we're going to warp, and we're only going to be warped for about 15 seconds. And we're actually going to be probably visiting somebody against their will. And I'm probably going to drop out very close to them now. Okay, so we've just come out within 100 meters of the object that was actually listed as 7 objects. And what have we got? This is not what we targeted. Okay. That is a whole lot of weird. We got a module, so this was somebody's base location. And there's another object on our... Nope. Nope. Let's see here. Let's take a look here. Okay, so that is a module that somebody else abandoned. Interesting. I wonder if that's an airlock module. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So again, we're gonna get our stuff together. Always check your oxygen. Nearly forgot to reload this one, so quick downstairs to... Actually, you know what? Nope, we're gonna skip this one. Whatever it is. Oh no, that might have an EVA suit, so we're definitely gonna go looking to see what we can get out of this one. So down we go. Okay, grab our pack, stick it on there. Oxygen, nitro, and done. Grab that, put it back on. And always try to pay attention to your surroundings because, you know, there be pirates here is not an inaccurate statement. So while we're in this situation here, we're gonna take this bad boy here. Okay, my friends are about to raid somebody, and that could get complicated. So we're gonna reload this, put our rifle away, and we're just gonna carry that for just in case purposes. So we will probably get a hold of them after this video, but first we're gonna go ahead and see what we can get going here. But this has been a very short guide on how to go looking around and raiding. Raiding is incredibly important in this game because early on you don't have the resources to go mining with any real efficiency. You don't have, you know, unless you've gotten an EVA suit and a mining scanner, you're not really going to be mining, and you're still going to need parts to repair parts of your ship. So it's important to be open to raiding various different objects as you find them, because you may not get any other opportunities to get these items that you need. Alright, so we're going to get the little lag for transitioning here. Alright, Now, one of the things we're going to grab for sure off this, and this is one of the things you can do to really tick people off if you want to mess with them, is that this module looks like it's either a hallway truss or a docking module like the one that we abandoned. Ooh, it just reoriented itself. That's kind of scary. Okay, it looks like maybe a... Okay, so it's an airlock. It's another airlock module like the one we got rid of, which is good. That works in our favor. So we're going to go ahead and depressurize. And again, so we're rating right now because we want to get whatever we can out of this particular airlock. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and open the door, adjust our angle here, and step inside. Now, the reason we're not blowing out the other side just yet is because of Newton's third law. And what Newton's third law is that for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Right now this is in a stable position with our ship, and it... Repressurize, please. Oh well, so I guess we're not going to be doing that. If we depressurize this, it's going to work badly for us. Oh, somebody already depressurized it. There's another 0G suit. We don't really need another EVA suit. So this is, you know, but we are going to take it just in case. Because you never know. Whoever left it there is probably very foolish. So we'll take it because there's no reason not to. Okay, get back to our ship. Oh wait, I forgot the one thing that we were going to do that I forgot to do last time as well, mostly for this exact same reason, and that is to take the resource injector. These are important, so you want to take them. Okay, resource injector taken. The reason I say to take those is because the resource injectors on those modules, they tend to default to being in either good or perfect condition for some strange reason. They don't randomize at all, and so being able to reliably pick up 100% resource injectors is a thing you never want to pass up. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get in here, and now we're gonna dump that. Outer door, repressurize. Grab this, and now we're gonna wait. Okay, again, once it hits 5, crack open the helmet, because it's breathable air at this point. And you'll notice our air quality is continually going down because we're cycling the airlock, and because we have not turned on our filtration system. So the quality of our air is slowly decreasing, but that's okay. We can live with that. Drop that there. Just in case we need an extra one, we have one. Alright, let's go hunting for one more. Okay, and always keep an eye out for anybody else that's raiding you, as my friends are doing right now. So we found a number of other ships. We're going to... Let's target one of these red ones here. So this one here, we're going to warp to that one. So again, it's saying the acceleration is too high. too low. There we go. Choose our warp cell, initialize, and control, and angle us to the object. Now, one of the things you also have to be mindful of is minimum safe distance. There are plenty of times if you try to warp near a very large object, such as an asteroid, if you're too close, you will actually hit it. And that can either be catastrophically bad, because you'll crash into it and explode in a fiery death, or the game will glitch and you'll get stuck with your ship partially inside of the asteroid, and then you've got a whole lot of pain in the butt to try and get it loose, and you could still end up in the fiery explosion of death that leads to you having to start your game over. So always, whenever you've got a big object, move away from it. Like if you've been spending forever building a station and you undock your ship to go off and find something else, and you are going to get ready to go warping, before you start calculating your warp, give your ship a good little push away from your station so that you're 300, 400 away from your station and not lined up with it before you start warping, or you have the potential of getting your ship smashed into your station and nothing good happens from that. So, as before, we wait for the counter to go down. 7, 6, 5, 4, activate 3, 2, 1. Also, turn off your bloom on your video settings, or those white sections of this warp animation will blind you. I mean, like, burn your retinas out, kind of blinding. It's like really, really bad. Alright, so let's see what we get here. We're going to be popping out into space, and we have one target within 70. Oh, it's a derelict. Okay, so the red ones indicate derelicts. Okay, so that's another derelict, and I think we'll go ahead and check that one out, because you never know, it may have the jetpack we need for our EVA suit, so never turn down a good opportunity. Alright. Oxygen, check. Nitro, check. And take the pack. And you don't always have to refill the nitro, but I always consider it to be a safe choice. Okay, indoor closed. Depressurize. Check your incoming text messages. Okay. Nope. Nothing important. And mask on, because it's a yellow light. And here we go. So yeah, the red ones are things that you've detected as being derelicts, or otherwise having like ruptured hulls. So those are pretty good for salvage. Okay. RCS on. Let's go do some scavenging. Scavenger hunt. Scavenger hunt. What have we got today? Again, take the time to watch for other things around you. And there it goes reorienting, because we've just there's a load every time you enter the space around one of these objects, where it suddenly reloads itself, and they tend to reorient at that time. Oh, bonk. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. Oh, and this looks like something that has been raided by somebody already once. So, the red ones might be not worth your time. Except for there's another EVA suit. I want to get it, but it's not worth my time. So we're gonna, let's see if we can go out through this little opening here. Nope. Okay. That was a whole lot of not worth our time. Alright, so now it is time for us to... Ooh, we're moving at a pretty good clip here. Alright, load back into the airlock here. And shut that. So this has been a brief guide on maneuvering around in the galaxy. Obviously, you're going to want to take your time and find what you can. There are plenty of modules, reactors, power cores, storage units, all sorts of stuff that's floating around in this game. So go out there and find it, and set yourself up a good place for your base, because you can't keep towing the thing around behind you forever. You're going to want to eventually get it cleared up and set up a home. So that will be the last thing that I cover for now. When it becomes possible to do a good video on it, I will do a video on mining and gathering resources for your bases. But until next time, I'm Wrath, and I will catch you on the flip side. And oh, by the way, always remember to lock your airlock door, because you don't want nasty people coming to visit you with guns. Until next time, I'm Wrath. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment, and I will catch you some other time.